Yo, what is good, YouTube? Magdubs here, back with another video, guys. And we have some more highlights, news, takeaways, observations from yet another day at Cleveland Browns minicamp. One of the last days until a long summer break until the start of training camp. So I have some things I want to tell you. There is one more Browns video I'm going to post after this one, which I'll go over everything that happened in OTAs, rookie minicamp, and mandatory minicamp. So make sure you guys do me a huge favor and smash that like button if you want that part 2. I'll drop it tomorrow or maybe the next day if this video gets up to 500 likes. Now, before we jump into this video, I also need you guys to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will be covering the entirety of the NFL offseason, which includes the rest of free agency, training camp, preseason, regular season, whatever it may be. I got you guys covered, especially with the Cleveland Browns. You guys have, shown that you guys are amazing, one of the biggest fan bases in the NFL. So I'm going to continue to post this content for you guys so you guys can stay updated. So join the family and turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we drop some breaking news for the Cleveland Browns or anybody else in the NFL. But without any further ado, let's get into this video. Now, this was, I think, the day before the last day of mandatory minicamp, these highlights. So there was a couple of guys who really stood out, one being the guy you just saw right there, or the two guys you just saw right there. Deshaun Watson and Elijah Moore are really looking good. Now, I do want to say this. Listen, it is just mandatory minicamp. As you can tell, there's no pads on, so take everything that happens in this video with a grain of salt. Yes, you can look really good in, mandatory minicamp and OTAs and all that, but you won't really know how good someone really is or their true potential until the pads come on. These guys all look like they're in great shape, which is a great sign for the Browns going forward. But like I said, Elijah Moore is a guy that's looking really good here for the Cleveland Browns. Looks like he could be the real deal. That's someone who, they traded for a couple of weeks ago or maybe a couple months ago at this point. I don't even remember when it happened, but traded for Elijah Moore, and he could be legit here in Cleveland. He's staying consistent. He's making plays almost every single day, and he's gaining a ton of, team chemistry, especially with the guy in Deshaun Watson, who also needs to build a lot of chemistry with, pretty much everyone on this team, as he missed a lot of last season. But Elijah Moore is a guy who's 5'10". He has 4.3 speed when it comes to the 40-yard dash. And during camp, they get him the ball a lot, man. They trying to get him. Listen, they're trying to get him the ball early and often. Let him make plays in the backfield like screen passes. They want him to run a lot of underneath routes. Their main focus right now is getting him the football. And making him create with space. He also lined up in the backfield a couple times as well. And as we all know, Kareem Hunt is out the door. So I wouldn't be too surprised if you even see a guy like Elijah Moore or Marquise Goodwin or Jakeem Grant even line up in the backfield at times. I think they have a lot of wide receivers to utilize. And I think a lot of these guys make sense in terms of getting into the backfield, getting quick screen passes and running, man, going crazy. So I'm liking what Elijah Moore is bringing to the team and what he's brought over the last few weeks of OTAs and minicamp. And then you have a guy in Deshaun Watson who, like we said before, didn't play too much last game. I think he played 6 games last year, and he wasn't very good in those games. But also we have to take into account that he didn't get the training camp. He didn't get most of the practices that he needed to develop that chemistry. And now he is getting a full off season, and he has looked amazing. Now, like I said, I know there's no pads on. I know there's not too much defense going on, but Deshaun Watson has just looked amazing in terms of his accuracy. He's been on the money in red zone drills, and overall he's just been really, really good. And some say this is the best he's looked in the Browns jersey. And again, I get it, he didn't really play too much last year, but that's something that you would love to see, man. And Deshaun Watson, to start off this first period of off-season workouts, he's looked very, very good and something to be, very excited about going forward. Now, the last thing I really want to talk about here is a guy in Marquise Goodwin. It looks like he has a defined role, and it's funny because if he didn't play like this in, this period, if he didn't play like this in the OTAs and the minicamp, I don't know if he would have made the team, but he is showing out, playing amazing football. And, he is 32 years old, but he is not slowing down. He is continuing to dominate these last couple of days over OTAs. And then you have a guy like Anthony Schwartz, you see right here, who's, hasn't been the guy who they hoped he was going to be. A former, I think, second round pick, a third round pick, I'm not sure. Let me go check real quick. He was a former third round pick back in 2021. Hasn't really done anything crazy so far. So Marquise Goodwin is a guy who, they really like. A surprising guy who is showing out and making plays, turning heads almost every single day as he stretches the field. And, he needs to get the ball more, man. He's a guy who, when he touches the ball, he can go for, a long play. He could change the whole tempo of a game. So that's a guy who they really want to go, go to war with, man. They want to get him on the field. They want to get him the football and see what he can do. And so far in minicamp, he is doing an amazing job. Defensively, I know this is primarily an offensive video here as the highlights. See a lot of highlights offensively, but yeah, I mean, the offense looks good. The defense, I like with the versatility defensively they have, and especially that front six, front seven looks really good as well, man. Myles Garrett, Dalvin Tomlinson, Darius Smith, Alex Wright, Siaki Ika. I mean, you got guys up and down that defensive line that are absolutely dogs, and then the secondary is very versatile as well. I mean, Denzel Ward, Grant Delpit, Juan Thornhill, Martin Emerson, Craig Newsome, those guys are interchanging positions. I mean, that's going to be fun to see as well, man. So I'm so excited to see the start of the season, preseason for the Browns. Let me know in the comment section down below, who are you most excited to see when it comes to preseason and training camp? Whether it's a rookie, a second-year player, a veteran, who are you most excited to see? I feel like a lot of people are going to be excited to see Zadarius Smith teamed up with Myles Garrett. But also, I'm excited to see Elijah Moore, man. I think Elijah Moore can make a lot of plays, and I think they're going to look to get him the ball early and often to see what he can do with the football in his hands. But I'm loving what this team has done. I'm loving what they're continuing to do here over the rest of the offseason, and we'll see what happens in the preseason. Let me know what you guys think they need to improve on, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Pro Class, the absolute best place for you to take your game to the highest level. It's the first of its kind sports training and development platform where you can reach your highest potential by learning from some of the best athletes on the entire planet. Some of these guys include Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, Allen Iverson, DeMar DeRozan, and so many more. And I have some great news for you guys. If you guys go use my code MattyDubs, you'll get 50% off hundreds of training videos, workouts, and drills, and you can get in the lab right now. So go check it out. Go steal some of the secrets from some of the top players in the world right now. And if you are interested in developing your skills at any level, if you play in middle school, high school, college, or if your goal is just to be a better athlete, a better basketball player, this is where you need to go. Nobody else does this. Go check them out, and you can learn, develop your skills at a fast pace, high speed level. Click the link in the description for instant access to all of the secrets in the world. And remember, using code MattyDubs will get you 50% off right now, so don't miss out on this offer.